Hi everyone. Today we're going to make a family ornament, and this is a very easy one because we're just going to make a list. And this is going to be our little elf, and he's got the little list that the family sent to Santa, telling Santa what they want. Here are our tools, and as you can see, your most important tools are your hands. So we're going to start off by making a big fat candy cane rope. And you really want to make this nice and fat because these are going to be his legs. Oh my, look at me just putting everything away. I guess I should have cut that out, but that gives me more time to talk to you. So let's get started. And as you can see, I have my piece of paper cut out to the size that I want the elf to be. So we're going to make the big fat candy cane rope. And you know how we do that. A rope of white, a rope of red, squeeze them together and twist. Now we're going to just bend this over for the legs, but you can also do two separate um, ropes, candy cane ropes for the legs, and just put them next to each other. But this is just a little bit faster way to do it. When I get there. And there you have his legs. And I know the stripes aren't going straight across, but that's okay. And for his body, we're going to use green. And you can reverse this if you want. You can do white and green striped legs with a red body. Now I'm just cutting out little triangles to give it a little elf look at the bottom. And then just squeeze them to make them pointy. I mean, you don't have to do that because the list is going to cover his body anyway, but this is, but actually it's okay because you might want to do something else. Maybe have him holding a wreath, have him holding candy canes in his arm instead of the list. So this is a basic body where you can actually finish a lot of different kinds of ornaments just using the basic body. He could be holding a teddy bear, lots of other stuff. We might get into that in future videos. Now these are going to be his shoes, and we like to do them a little bit pointy. So the pointy end is the front. think I made his feet just a little too big. But again, that's okay. The nice thing with polymer clay is if you don't like the way it looks, you just take the clay off and start over. Now this is his collar. You know how the elves have that pointy collar. And like I always say, don't give him a flat head. Make it a nice round ball. Going to do his hat. Going to make nice and long. And again, we're going to do what we did with his outfit. We're going to make the little, cut out the little triangles. And there we go. Squeeze them to make them pointy. You don't want to put it down in his face too much. I think I may have it down a little bit too much, but there's room for his eyes there. So going to do a little nose. No, his ears. Oh my, I thought we were going to do the nose. Now I have a bad habit of making the ears on the elves much too big. On this one it looks okay, but oh my gosh, some of them it looks on some of them I did their ears so it looks like they're coming out of their shoulders, although his kind of do too, but try not to make the ears too big, but they have to be pointy. There we go, little nose now. Now the beige clay I use for the head and the ears and the nose, that is super sculpey. I love working with super sculpey. It's very strong. It's very easy to work with. And the nice thing about it is you can actually mix it with some of your colors and it will make, like I use, well, let me talk you through this list. Now for the list, you can run this through your pasta machine if you want and just cut it out. But you can also use your roller. And we're going to make this look like a scroll. Well, I guess I could have edited some of this footage out. I made one of these elves for my mother, and I had the entire family on the scroll. I had my parents, my siblings, and me, and all the grandchildren. Of course, she loved it, but you know, she was my mother. She loved everything I did, so that's what mothers do. Now, when you do the scroll, you have to roll, we're going to roll up the bottom and the top. And I kind of roll it at an angle, as you can see. And we're just going to press it on. But don't press it too hard because you don't want to mess up your scroll. You want to keep it nice and smooth. Now, those are not his hands. That's just like a little cuff on his outfit. We're doing it a little different way. I'm flattening little balls and putting them on there. Putting his hands on. We put one hand on already. Put the other hand on. Oh, I guess I put a hand on top of the hand. Didn't like the size of it, I guess. I think I did this video 2 years ago, so I don't really remember too much, but I think I could have edited a little more. Now, when you put the hands on, you don't want to cover too much of the scroll because you're going to need that room to do your names. Now, a lot of people have been asking about what I use to write the names on. Now, I used to use Sharpies, but Sharpies are starting to bleed. So, goodness, what happened here? Well, there's your answer. I repositioned the nose. And like I said, that's the nice thing about polymer clay. You can change it if you want. But I was telling you about writing, what I used to write. And I did do a video, and I will put the link to the videos. One of the first videos I did this year when I started YouTube, and I will put the link to the video in the description. And on this one, I put the family name at the top of the scroll, the year at the bottom, and then the names in the middle, but you could see that. All right, here we go with the blush. We're going to put blush in his ears. Now, when you do elf ears like this, always put a little blush in. Adds a little dimension. On his cheeks. And I always like to put just a little touch of it on the hands. I don't know if I do here or not, but I do like to do that. Yep, I do. And as you can see, always add your blush before baking. And as always, you can paint on the mouth or you can do it with the needle tool. Your choice. You can use seed beads for the eyes. I'm not crazy about them, but quite a few people use them. I'd rather paint my eyes on. So that's it. Oh no, not more blush. forgot to do his nose. Oh no, we forgot the hook. Oh gosh, I cannot tell you how many times I forgot to put the hook in ornaments. It's awful. But it happens. I finally had to put a sign and I put it on my stove and it just said hooks. So when I went to the stove to turn the stove on to bake the ornaments, I would see the sign that said hooks and I'd go, uh-oh, let me check them real quick. It really helped. And there he is, all done. I love making elves. They're one of my favorites. There's so much you can do with them. And like I said, I'm going to put the link, which hopefully I can figure out how to do that, in the description. And that's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's my nephew and his family. And I'll see you next time. Bye.